Maybe this sounds unbelievable, but the James Webb Space Telescope, way out there, about 120 light-years away, has potentially spotted something huge, a planet that looks really promising for life. Get ready, because this discovery is pretty exciting. The planet is called K218b, and get this, the Webb telescope didn't just find carbon-based molecules in its atmosphere, like methane and carbon dioxide. It also detected hints of another important substance, something called dimethyl sulfide. Now on Earth, while methane and carbon dioxide can come from living things or non-biological processes, dimethyl sulfide is almost entirely produced by life, especially marine life. Because of this, finding these molecules in K218b's atmosphere is a really exciting clue. It means there's a potentially high chance that extraterrestrial life could exist there. What do you think? Does this sound like aliens? Let me know in the comments. But that's not all. The Webb telescope also found water vapor in the upper atmosphere, along with other substances. When you combine that with estimates of its surface temperature, it suggests this planet likely has a liquid water ocean. If we were to find actual alien life on it, it would be groundbreaking. It would strongly suggest that humans are not alone in the universe and that life is likely widespread, existing in many places. If you're as excited about the search for alien life as I am, hit that like button. So what kind of place is K218b anyway? And if there is life there, what might it look like? Stick around, because things get even weirder when you consider the planet itself. As you might know, the James Webb Space Telescope, launched at the end of 2021, is known as the most powerful space telescope humans have ever built. Over the past couple of years, it's given us incredible views of the cosmos, even observing the earliest galaxies, which has been a massive help in studying the universe's origins and evolution. If you haven't seen Webb's images, you're missing out. But besides studying galaxies, the Webb telescope has another key mission, hunting for planets that could potentially support life. To do this, it carries powerful instruments that can analyze the atmospheres of distant exoplanets. When these exoplanets pass in front of their parent star, the star's light filters through the planet's atmosphere. This process creates specific spectral changes in the light, like a unique barcode. By analyzing these wavelengths, scientists can figure out what the planet's atmosphere is made of, its temperature, and other details. It was using this method that the Webb telescope observed K218b and found those fascinating clues suggesting life might exist there. This is how we find potential homes for aliens. Pretty cool, right? Actually, K218b was first spotted back in 2015 by the Kepler Space Telescope. It's about 124 light-years away. To put that in perspective, even if we could build a spacecraft that traveled at the speed of light, it would still take 124 years to reach this planet. It's worth noting that K218b is quite a bit bigger than Earth. Its mass is about 8 times Earth's mass, and its radius is roughly 2.6 times Earth's radius. It orbits in its parent star's habitable zone, the region where temperatures are just right for liquid water to exist on a planet's surface. Because of its size, it's classified as a super-Earth. Could you live on a super-Earth? Keep watching to hear about the challenges. Back in 2019, scientists using data from the Kepler, Spitzer, and Hubble space telescopes had already concluded that K218b likely had a lot of water vapor. That was one of the earliest hints about this planet being potentially wet. However, scientists have calculated that K218b's surface gravity is significantly higher than Earth's, about 2.2 times stronger. If you were standing on K218b, you'd weigh more than double what you do on Earth. This would require special protection if humans ever tried to visit. Imagine trying to walk around there. Not just that, but there might not be much free oxygen in K218b's atmosphere, even if it has lots of water vapor and a liquid ocean. Life there might not use oxygen to breathe. Perhaps it relies on other chemical energy sources, especially with methane present in the atmosphere. If a planet can support life, it means it meets the basic conditions. On Earth, you could say the key ingredients are sunlight, the right atmosphere, and water. The atmosphere doesn't necessarily mean oxygen. It just needs to support the necessary chemical exchanges for life to thrive. If there really is life on K218b, it might live in the ocean, possibly as very primitive microbes. If life exists on land, dealing with that heavy gravity would be a challenge. Land organisms might evolve with strong, dense bones and appear shorter to handle the structural stress. Even if humans tried to move there, we likely couldn't survive long without significant help. Would you want to visit K218b knowing this? Tell me why or why not. However, among the super-Earths we've found so far, K218b remains one of the most promising candidates for harboring life. Currently, humans have discovered over 5,000 exoplanets, including many super-Earths. If we find one very similar to Earth and much closer, it could become a new potential home for humanity in the future. We can barely imagine the sheer number of these super-Earths out there. According to conservative estimates, the number of planets in the observable universe is truly astronomical, potentially trillions upon trillions. Trillions upon trillions. Let that sink in. Given such a massive number of planets, the probability of life existing only on Earth seems incredibly low. It would be an extremely unreasonable result. Perhaps the number of advanced alien civilizations is far beyond what we currently imagine. Our current methods for observing and communicating with potential extraterrestrial civilizations are still very limited, mainly relying on radio signals. What if they're using totally different tech? For genuinely advanced civilizations, they might have already developed incredibly advanced technology for universe exploration. Technologies we can't even conceive of yet. What we're going through now could be a journey they completed ages ago. So you watching this, do you think there could be other alien life beyond Earth? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to keep exploring the universe's mysteries with me, make sure you're subscribed. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss future deep dives. Thanks for watching.